defensive leader?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. Look at especially our defensive linemen we've put in the NFL. A lot of the guys have been Utah guys. Offensive lineman Tony Bergstrom was a Utah guy. We've put quite a few guys in the league that have been Utah players, so it's a big deal to coaches and to the program to have the best in-state players.
Trevor, I know you're an overall general sports fan. What's it like when you watch a team who upsets the big underdog comes up with a win?
Yeah.
And you're in that position of being on the team that's top one. How much did that hurt last year?
I mean, it really stinks. I've been on the other side of it a few times, but for the most part, when it's worse. It feels good to win those, but it hurts worse when you lose them. It feels terrible. It's hard to explain. It's just a bad feeling.
Coach said it lingered last year. Looking back, do you think that it did affect the rest of the season a little bit more than you?
Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier, it cost us at least one game. So if we would have made the bowl game, that's 6 wins, and if we win the bowl game, that's 7 wins. So I look at it as costing. It cost us 2, maybe 3 wins. Yep. Yep.
Then next week, you guys just weren't up for it.
I mean, I don't know. I like to think myself personally. I like to get. I'm going to be up for every game. But as far as the team attitude, yeah, maybe we weren't. But it's hard to say.
Trevor, how did Utah State's talent compare to some of the teams you faced in the Pac-12? They had such a good year and were kind of a darling nationally when they had that great season. But the talent that you played in Logan versus some of the other schools in the Pac-12.
I've likened them. That I think they offensively have. Their first teamers are as good as we've played last year. Their quarterback is obviously great. They had a great running back last year. He's in the NFL. A couple great receivers, good blocking tight end. And, I don't know how it is with depth over there. So maybe it's a little bit harder. We went through that struggle being in the Mountain West and switching to Pac-12. But as far as their 22 guys, they can be as good as anyone. They won 10 games last year. They should have won 12.
What's Chucky Keaton do best?
He extends plays. Coach Witt touched on it. You think you got him for an incomplete pass maybe, or maybe he's going to take a sack, and all of a sudden it's a 10-yard gain, or he's running out of the pocket and throwing the ball. So that's really tough. It's kind of demoralizing when you think you got a guy, you play good defense, and all of a sudden you give up 5-6 yards on just a broken play.
On defense, how do you prepare for somebody like Chucky Keaton?
You just, you got to take your shots where you can on him. But I was mentioning earlier, you kind of hope to contain those guys and make them make a bad. Hopefully, we can make him make a few bad decisions. Kind of like when you watch Michael Vick, a lot of teams, he'll make him extend a play, and all of a sudden you'll throw an interception, or he runs the ball and you can make him fumble. So that's kind of the way you do with those great quarterbacks who can run.
Does a guy like Keaton make kind of the rest of their running game much more effective because of what he can do? A guy like Joe Hill this year, last year it was Williams, the year before it was Turbin. How much does Keaton's athleticism and what he can do kind of open up everything else?
Well, I like to think that his running game opens up the pass, because a lot of times the safety has to really play the run game harder. And not only that, he has to play a little bit up because of the threat of the QB run. So it opens up the pass because you have less guys in coverage, and the linebackers are biting harder on play action, and it's really hard to deal with when you got a guy who can run that well, and when you have a good running scheme like they do. Good. I'll be 100% for the game. So.
And then, can you talk about your excitement? Just your overall, are you starting to get butterflies? Is it game week? You feel that right now?
Yeah. For the last about 7-8 days, I've been just in myself. When I'm by myself, just thinking about plays I got to make or situations that will arise, and it's nerve-wracking.
How long does that take to settle in? That first game where it feels just like a regular game, not the season opener?
Honestly, for me, it's after the first play. The first play, and for me, it's the same feeling almost every game. I get out there, and then after the first play, all right, I'm good to go. Let's get it on.
Have you been on campus? School started.
Yeah.
People asking you much about the team?
I don't think they even know who I am a lot of the times. I look like a 40-year-old man, so they think I'm probably faculty or something. I was on there today, and people just walked right by me. So yeah,
You
not
like
yet.
that?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't have. I'm not really one for fame, or I don't have Twitter or any of that stuff. So I'm not. It doesn't bother me. I kind of like it, actually. Kind of get to do my thing and not have to worry about stuff like that.
Have you guys talked as a defensive unit about, or I'm sure Kalani's probably in